Hello again, everyone. Hey, as we keep going through these unprecedented times, when I come across something that was really encouraging for me, I like to pass it along as I really am hopeful it may be encouraging to some or many of you. You know, going through economic uncertainty can be a little bit like, well, what came to mind for me was a Mike Tyson punch. Some of you who are watching this may recall heavyweight fighter Mike Tyson. He had a huge punch, and I remember him being interviewed after one of his knockout victories in the ring, and the interviewer cited the vanquished opponent who's been taken out woozy from the ring, that he had come into the fight with a plan to beat Mike. And Tyson just really dismissed the plan by saying that, hey, everybody's got a plan until they get hit. And that's a lot how economic uncertainty and the resulting market volatility can be for all of us. And when fighters get hit in the ring, they got to get their head cleared and find a way to go forward. And when we as investors go through economic uncertainty like we are now, we got to somehow get our foundation back underneath us. And I think some history can help. And we don't have to go too far back as we look at recessions that we are now in, of course, to the last one, which was in 2008 and 2009. It was called the Great Recession. It was the most savage recession and equity market decline since 1929 to 1932. The market downturn ended on March 9th of 2009, so a little more than 11 years ago. On that date, the Standard & Poor's 500 index stood at 677. Today, as I record on May 5th, the S&P 500 stood coming into this day at 2842, a full 4 times increase over that period of time. But the Great Recession, that longest of post-World War II's, did not end until the end of June, according to the National Bureau of Economic Research, who's the official arbiter of recessions, at least in our country. And but here's what happened on June 30th, when the recession was stated to be over. The Standard & Poor's 500 already stood at 919. It had increased 36% from its low on March 9th. In other words, the market anticipated in advance the end of the recession. There's a but coming, some of you may be gathering. And you know, it's either going to get worse or it gets better as far as depending upon where your position is on this. But the NBER didn't announce the end of the recession until September 21st. Now, by September 21st, which, by the way, they can't know until after recessions are over that they actually were over. So that's why it took until September to gather the data and to figure this out. Well, by the time they did that in September, the S&P stood at 1,065. It was 57% higher than it was at the market low on March 9th. And even then, nobody could believe it. President Obama was making this announcement, and I think he probably thought, hey, this is pretty encouraging. Now, I'm guessing that because it is encouraging, but he's making this announcement at a town hall meeting he was speaking at that day. And the news that he's reporting, the same news I'm reporting here, was met with howls of condemnation, as if people just would not or could not believe it. We encourage you to believe it. We anticipate it happening this next time. We're not calling when it's going to happen, but we hope to be your caring guides as you go along this path. If you know somebody that needs leadership in these areas or is confused about any of this, we'd love to chat with them. We're happy to talk to you anytime. And so thank you for your business, and we look forward to talking to you down the road. Thanks.